Okay, in this video we're going to learn how to multiply integers. Multiplication and division are easier than adding and subtracting. So if you've been having trouble, maybe this is going to help, because multiplying, you can just use your multiplication chart, and there's a really simple rule. In fact, I'm going to get your multiplication chart out, and you should have one in the front of your binder. Of course, it looks like this, but on the back side there's another something that we should look at. This triangle right here is what we're going to use for multiplication and division. So this is only used for multiplication and division. So we're going to redraw that. So it had a plus on the top, and then a minus and a minus. And the rule is, if your problem has a positive and a negative in it, we cover those up. Your answer will be negative. If it had two negatives, we're going to cover these two negatives up, and your answer will be positive. So you just used a triangle, and you cover up what's in the problem, and then whatever's left over, that'll be the sign of your answer. So let's do an example here. Let's say we have -2 times 3. Well, we have a negative and a positive. So we're going to cover up a negative and a positive. And our answer is negative. So we will have a negative answer. And now we just think about, what is 2 times 3? Well, it's 6. So our answer will be -6. So in other words, two negatives, when you're multiplying, will give you a positive. The only way you can get a negative answer is if you had one of each. If you had a positive times a negative. That's the only way to get a negative answer. Because your whole life, you've been multiplying positive times positive, and of course that equals positive. You know, 2 times 3 is 6. -2 times 3 is -6. So the only way you can get a negative answer when you're multiplying is if you have one of each. And it doesn't matter which one's bigger. You don't have to look and see, you know, the good guys and the bad guys, see who won, you know, that kind of stuff. It's just one of each. It's going to be a negative. So let's do some examples. We'll keep our numbers simple. Let's say we have -10 times -4. Well, we have a negative times a negative, so our answer will be positive, because we're using the triangle, a negative and a negative. I'm going to cover it up. We have a positive left. And then 10 times 4 is 40. So our answer will be positive 40. Let's do another example. Let's say we had 5 times -6. Well, we have a positive and a negative. So if we look at our triangle, I'll use this one. We have a positive 5 and a -6. So notice that we have a negative left over. So our answer will be negative. And then 5 times 6 is 30. So our answer is -30. All right, that's it for this video. The next video will be more examples from your assignment.